Alright folks, welcome back to JamiesLocks. We're going to be doing another security pin here. Usual tools and everything apply. This is the pin we're going to be doing. This was from one of my challenge lock pin sets I made that people seemed like they were kind of interested in. It is a double serrated spool. This should give some serious grief to anybody trying to pick your lock. Particularly in threaded cores. If you thread, your Bible or your core, you should be able to have some fun with it. I already got my stock locked up here. I got 500 grit, 1000 grit sandpaper, the saw. Check back on video number 1. These things last a long. Seem to last a long time. It's starting to wear down in some spots, I think. But damn bug. We have stinging ants. They're a problem. Excuse me. Maybe I need another cigarette. So yeah. Otherwise, let's get the machine cranking. I got my file set up here. For this particular endeavor, I'm going to be using a triangular file. Nothing fancy. And we're going to try and do this with the camera really close here so you can see what I'm doing. Unfortunately, the side effect of that is I can't use my magnifying lamp here to be able to see what I'm doing. So there might be a quality difference. I'm going to try and avoid that. The measurement that we're going for on this one is going to be the standard width of a number 2 Schlage driver pin, plus a little bit extra to account for the sanding. Comes to be 5.3-ish millimeters. So I'm just going to lock that down because we're going to use this as the scribe. So let's get going. Take some 1000 grit and just polish it up so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Make our score line. Come in with our razor saw and cut to the outside of the line from the pin. Remember, you don't want to cut all the way through. That's just delineating where you're starting from. Give a quick touch with the sandpaper just to get any burrs off. This one's actually got a hole in the end of it because this is stock that I was using for something else. So I might inadvertently cut through this. We'll see how it goes. That'll be funny if I do. So to start with, we're going to come in and we need to cut the whole thing in half, and we need to set the end serrations. So that'll give us our 3 serrations to the pin. So let's just come in. Right on the very edge, just make a really nice tight serration. And then right in the dead center in the middle, or at least as close as you can get it. Now we're going to come in and we're going to bifurcate each of these halves. Just a little bit, not much. Perfect. Let's clean, well, not perfect, but let's clean up some of the edges. Now we're going to come in with our triangular file and those bifurcations. This is where we're going to open it up on either side. Do the same on the other. Make sure you keep your file moving. There's a lot of friction involved, and you kind of want to not leave as much open for that. Okay, so we got the basic shape down that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and sand it. And you're just going to take the edge of your 500 grit. And you're going to come in on either side with the edge. This one ended up lopsided because I can't really see what I'm doing with the camera in my face, but you get the idea. When I got the magnifying glass, I can do much finer detailed work, as you saw from my other pen. That, and I'm also not going as deep as I would normally go because of the fact that the end of this thing is open. Incidentally, that means I just basically made this a pin-in-pin, which I may actually have a pin already made up that will fit that. Whoop, nope, not quite. Oh well. I can make it fit eventually. Alright, so we got it all sanded up, cleaned up. Let's go to the 1000 grit real quick and just real quick get inside the corners. And on this side, same deal. Get the end. I'm going to go back in with the saw real quick, and I'm going to clean up each one of the serrations just to get any gunk that might be in them out. I'm not trying to cut any material off. Just trying to clean them up. Now I'm going to try and cut this off. Alright, that was that, and as predicted, this would be really good for a pin-in-pin. So let me get the stock out. Oh, I put that on there tight. Hang on one second. This is why you always keep a wrench available of some kind. There we go. When you're working with these stupid things. There's the stock. Let's go ahead. Whoop, where'd it go? Here it is. Let's go ahead and put this side in, and I'm going to try and make that other thing fit so we get a little bit of a... Remember, like I said in previous videos, happy little accidents. I wasn't planning on doing this on the stock that I cored out for pin-in-pin practice, but I think it'll work. Just gonna take the burrs off the end real quick. I take my 500 grit, just give it a quiet burnish. Nothing fancy. Doesn't take much. Polish it up a little bit with the 1000 grit. Now I'm going to take my vice grips with my drill bit. I'm just going to clean it out a little bit. I'm going to take my file. Just open up the end just slightly. And we're going to see... Oh yeah, look at that. That fits right in there. Okay. We are done. Let's go ahead. And I got a pin and pin. You've seen how I made those before. You don't need to see that one again. Let's just get the tool out of the way. So now, I made the pin I was aiming for, which was a rough copy of this one. Obviously, it doesn't look as good because I was afraid of cutting through and having to restart the whole video and everything else. But there's the original. There's the second one I made that is actually now capable of accommodating a pin-in-pin. So now we have a double serrated spool with a serrated pin-in-pin. If that's not evil, I don't know what is, folks. I really don't know. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to making more of these. Yeah. Have a good evening.